friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Nightmare Critter Simon Smoke in Incredibox Sprunki style. So first let's get started with our eyes. On the left hand side, we're going to start by drawing in a nice big circle. Leaving a gap, moving over on the right, let's replicate that. Now in the center, we're going to draw in a diagonal line that comes up on both sides. And then moving underneath, in the middle, we're going to draw in a half circle for the pupil of the eye. Now in the corner of both eyes, we're going to draw in a sideways triangle. Now from here, we're going to draw in the hair above. So from our left eye, we're going to draw in a curved line that comes up. Underneath that, arching this line in towards the center. And then from that center line, we're going to curve this line back up on the right. Now from here, we're going to arch this line all the way over and out on the left. And then from that point, we're just going to curve this line back around and then in towards that corner. Let's draw in the shape of the hair behind now. So we're going to curve this line up again. From that point, we're going to curve this line across and up. And then from that point, just bringing this line down and then back in. Now let's draw in the circle for the head. So we're going to curve this line around and then in towards the middle. And then we're going to do the same thing as we move over on the right, curving this line all the way around and then back in, blending that together. Let's finish closing off the hair now. So we're going to curve this line up on the right, arching this line in as we come down. Let's move across and draw in the ears. So we're going to bring this line over and out on both sides. And then now from here, on the right hand side, we're going to come down and draw in a small oval for the piercing. On the right hand side now, we're going to curve this line around and then in, and then continue to extend that through underneath. On the left hand side, we're going to arch this line through towards the side. From the top corner, curving this line in. Now let's draw the horn. So we're going to curve this line around and then out. On the top, just curving this line out. Now moving over, arching this line up towards the top of our page. And then from here, from that point, we're going to curve this line through and then down. And then closing off the last hair strand, we're just going to bring this line out and then down towards our horn. Now let's draw in the nose. So as we come over in the center, we're going to curve this line around and then out on the left. And then we'll do the same as we come over and out on the right. Now we're going to draw in two curved lines, arching that in on both sides. And then on the top, we're just going to curve this line out. Moving underneath, we're going to draw in small triangles for the fangs. And then closing off the bottom of the mouth, just arching this line down. Now coming underneath, we're going to curve this line up for the rest of the hair. And then from that point, just curving this line back in on the side. Moving underneath again, curving this line over. And now for the torso, we're just going to draw in a diagonal line that comes down on the left as well as on the right, ending that at the same height. And then we're going to close this off on the bottom with a straight line. We're going to arch this line out to close off the hair on both sides. And now let's draw in the dollar symbol in the center. So we're going to draw in two small rectangles right in the middle, leaving a gap coming down. Let's replicate that. On both sides of that now, we're going to draw in a straight line that comes down. And then from here, we're going to close that off with a sideways arch line. Now in the middle, we're going to draw in a straight line across on the top and bottom. And on both sides, we're going to arch this line around and then down. And then we're going to do the same thing as we flip underneath. Now as we come across, we're going to draw in another straight line that comes down on the right as well as on the left. And then on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line around and through. We'll do the same on the bottom left. And then we're going to close this off with another arch line on the side, connecting that together, again on the left hand side as well. And then we're going to close this off with a diagonal line on both sides. Now let's draw on the arch line coming across our torso, leaving an even amount of space. We're going to come down and do that 3 times in total. And now let's draw in our tail. So on the left hand side, we're going to curve this line over, and then we're going to close this off on the top, creating a triangle. For the tail behind, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then on the top again, let's replicate that. Drawing in another triangle, we're going to curve this line up. And then again, replicating that shape on the top. And then in the center, just a small curved line coming up. Now as we come over on the right, we're going to draw in another curved line from left to right. And then we're going to close that off on the top, creating another triangle. Let's move across on the right, replicating that one more time, just making that slightly smaller. And now let's close off the rest of the tail. So on the top, we're going to arch this line out. Again, in the middle, curving that over. And then again, as we come down on the right, let's move underneath, curving this line over and across. And then on the top, arching this line down again. Now from here, we're going to curve this line down from top to bottom, doing the same thing as we move over on the left. And then we're going to do that 2 more times, arching this out towards the left-hand side this time. And that is it. That's how you draw Simon Smoke in Incredibox Sprunki style. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.